Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the top Amazon Prime Day deals for indoor cycling. So these vary from from smart trainers all the way to heart monitors, and I'm going to try to cover as many things as possible. As usual, more and more deals will be popping up, some of them not necessarily Prime Day related, but I will have those linked in the description below. And also feel free to chime in with different deals that I did miss, because I do want to hear about those, and it will allow for other riders to see those and kind of see like, okay, there's this other deal going on, so I should check that out too. So just leave them in the comment section, and I will be sure to get to those and add those to the description. Let's dive into the video. Alright, so the first deal is the Taxno 2T, and that is currently around $200-ish off on Amazon. The price has been fluctuating, but currently I am seeing it at around $1,200, or just under that, 1 cent below that, as usual. So that's around 15% off, and that's a decent deal for the Taxno 2T, and it brings it lower. It gives it a lower price than the Wahoo Ticker V6, but note that Wahoo Ticker V6 is also a newer trainer, so it kind of depends on what you want to be prioritizing, because the Taxno 2T does have some features that the Wahoo Ticker doesn't have, and the Wahoo Ticker has some features that the Taxno 2T doesn't have. And also note that this trainer is now, at this point, around 4 years old, so it is getting quite old. Alright, next up we got the Thesaurus H3 Direct Drive Smart Trainer, and that is around 30% off, but we have seen much better deals on this trainer, and it's typically seen on sale because Thesaurus was sold, and their sales are probably struggling now because nobody really wants to buy their trainers, because nobody really knows what's happening with Thesaurus right now. They released the H4 a couple months ago, but then there never really were any reviews because Thesaurus wouldn't send any of those out for review, so it's all just initial stuff without actual data. So that's the current situation with Thesaurus, so I personally would not recommend purchasing this trainer. There are a lot better options for $799, like a refurbished Kicker V5, or a Wahoo Ticker Core, or a Zwift Hub. And then the next one is moving on to some heart monitors. So first off, we've got the Polar H10, and that is known as the top heart rate monitor in terms of accuracy, and a lot of cyclists do use this for indoor cycling, so it is very popular among the indoor cycling community, and that is currently offered at around $78, and that's off of the retail price of around $90, I believe. So it's a decent deal, and it brings it to around the same price as like the Ticker X, so I would get the Polar H10 over the Ticker X. Next one for heart rate monitor section is the Wahoo Ticker Fit. The Ticker Fit is Wahoo's flagship armband heart monitor, so it would go like around here, and that just measures heart rate from your actual like pulse, or your I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but because I don't know too much about heart rate monitors, but it is an optical heart monitor rather than one that goes around your chest. So a lot of people find that a lot more comfortable than the chest heart rate monitors. Next deal we've got is the Wahoo Ticker X, and that's offered at $63, and that's 21% off, so it's a decent deal. And we have seen this at around the $63 price at other sales, such as the holiday sales, or or other sales like that, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and those types of deals. So this is a 2-1 comment, and honestly, in this Prime Day, there aren't too many astounding deals for cycling, except for the more IRL cycling things like the Garmin Edge 1030 Plus, which is being offered at $299, and I'll get to that later on in the video. Next is the Skosh Rhythm 24, and this is another armband that has been reviewed by DC Rainmaker, and he says that it's a pretty good heart rate monitor. So, and it is very competitive in terms of accuracy with the Polar Verity Sense, which is the top optical heart rate monitor for those who want armband heart rate monitors, but unfortunately that one is not on sale for this deal. But the Skosh heart rate monitor is 17% off, and it comes in at a price of $49.99. So typically optical heart rate monitors are a bit more expensive than the chest heart rate monitors, just because they're probably harder to make, and it's hard to get them with good accuracy. So the Ticker Fit is probably around $20 more than this, so this is actually a very good deal for the Skosh Rhythm 24, because typically it is around $79.99 and somewhere in that $80 territory. The next section that I want to be talking about is actually equipment, or like technology for indoor cycling, and this is things like devices, because right now there are quite a few devices on sale. Most notably, there are a lot of iPads on sale, and that's a very common device for Zwifting. Unfortunately, the Apple TV is not on sale, but I do know that the iPads are on sale. And those are typically very easy to use for Zwift, and you can also use those for lots of other things, and it's very portable. You can use it for things like watching TV shows and stuff like that, and not necessarily just Zwift. So it's currently around $70 off from the $449 retail price, and it's coming in at a price of $380 right now. There are also different iPads, different models that are coming in around $270, I believe, and I do have those all linked in the description, and I do have an image up here so you can see exactly which one I'm talking about. Alright, so moving on to other random accessories that I have found very useful on my time indoor cycling. So the Lasko high velocity fan is our fan of choice, and we personally have 3 of those in our pain cave to keep us cool. Actually 2 of them, sorry, my bad. We have another fan that's just from Costco, and I do have a link below if you are interested in that one. And I also have a comparison of the 3 of these to compare which one is actually the best fan for indoor cycling. But I personally think the Lasko high velocity is the best, and it can pivot up and down, so you can you have different settings that you can have it for height, and it is currently on sale for Prime Day for $47, so that brings it under $50, which is really nice, and it normally retails for close to $70. Alright, so another thing that is currently on sale are the Casa smart plugs, and that's something that we found really useful in our pain cave, and we personally have 3 of those, so we can actually turn our fans on and off just using Alexa, and we just have to say, Alexa, turn fan 1 off, turn fan 2 off, or turn fan 3 off. And that does it all for us, because you can't set this up with the Casa app. And currently you can get 2 plugs for $11, which is a great deal. And that just makes things a lot easier, so you don't have to turn fans on. And when you're cold in the winter, you don't have to have the fan on yet. You can just have it say, okay, turn fan 2 on when you're like 30 minutes into your ride. And then you can turn it off without even have to walk over to your fan. It's just more of a convenience thing, and I found it personally really useful. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps support the channel. And with that, ride on, and see you all next time.